Hello, welcome to GOT, Good Old Tech. I'm Mark, and today we're going to talk about the Surface Duo and how it is the benchmark for all folds. And I'm going to prove it. We're going to go over different folds and how they compare and why they are all striving to be what the Surface Duo is. So many folds out there we're talking about. There is the Samsung Fold, all the way up to coming out with the Fold 5. And then you have the Oppo Fold. There is the OnePlus Fold. Flip is a fold phone. And there's so many others still coming after the Surface Duo. So what do I mean by that? Let's cover them one by one. Let's look at the Samsung Fold. It came out in the beginning. It was a fold and it had the bezel around it. Camera in the bezel, so it can actually have a good camera. Then they went the way to the dark side by darkening that camera and got a really poor selfie camera in that main screen. And year after year with the Samsung Fold, they get thinner and thinner. Why do they keep trying to get thinner? Surface Duo came out thin, and it is still today the thinnest fold. Yes, it has two screens. Technically, some may not call it a fold, but it is still a folding phone that fits multitasking. We've gone over this in other videos. I'm not going to hash that out today, but we know the Surface Duo from day one has been better at multitasking with two screens. So now they split the screen on the Samsung so that you can multitask, but it still does not work the same. They all want things to be as smooth as it is on the Surface Duo. To prove the point, Android has now added an app dock at the bottom of their homepage. Why did they do that? Because of quick, easier access. Guess who had that from day one? Surface Duo. They had a dock for quick and easy access, and you can do it on both sides. And everybody else is copying it. They're trying to meet the standard and benchmark of the Surface Duo. Another problem with the Samsung, since the beginning, everybody's been complaining about the narrowness of the front screen. No, the Surface Duo did not have a front screen from the beginning. However, you put it in fold mode and it has that large screen, much larger and easier to work with than the Samsung front screen, even today, and even in the upcoming version 5. Does not look good for Samsung. They need to go wider. How we know the larger front screen is the way to go? Look at what's coming down the road. We've got the Google Pixel coming out. Much wider front screen, making a much wider view on the phone when you hold it out and you open it up. And the Oppo Find N and the OnePlus that's coming out, same thing. They're making them wider. Front screen is going to be wider, better for viewing videos, unlike the Samsung where you have to turn it if you really want to get a bigger view. Kind of meets the same format as the Surface Duo, don't you think? Another benchmark they're coming after Surface Duo is the size of the screen. The Surface Duo has a screen size of 8.2 inches. Notice they're all quite a bit smaller. They started out smaller and started growing. Now they're up to 7.6. And rumor is the iPhone Fold is going to be 8.1 inches. So they're all still chasing the Surface Duo and its 8.2 inch screen. Now back to the Google Pixel Fold. We're not through with that one. They also made their phone very thin, and they claim to be the thinnest fold. Well, guess what? They're still thicker than the Microsoft Surface Duo. Surface Duo is still the thinnest fold. All of them trying to get thin. That's a benchmark. The last benchmark is something they'll never obtain because they're not a glass screen. Surface Duo has a glass screen and it is beautiful. If you have not compared the Surface Duo screen to any of these other folds, you've got to do it because, hey, what? They don't compare. The Surface Duo screen is just gorgeous to look at. If you agree with some of these observations that I made, please leave a comment down below. Let me know. What do you think? Is the Surface Duo the benchmark for a lot of the other devices? I think so. If you enjoy this video, please give it a like and subscribe and let your friends know about it. And if you've never looked at the glass screen on the Surface Duo compared to another fold, you've got to try it. Thanks for staying with me, and God bless.